Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I'm out here with Mr. 7-on-7 himself, Matt Stepp. Matt, a hard-hitting day of action. I guess not really hitting, right? I guess you can't be hitting in 7-on-7. But there was a lot of fast and furious action, I'd like to say, out here at the event today. What were some of your biggest impressions? What were some of your biggest takeaways?
I would say in the Division III bracket, I think a couple of teams that really jumped. Obviously, Gunner, again, the defending champs going 3-0, looking very impressive today. I thought Ganado, we had some questions about Ganado coming in. I thought they looked great. They were dominant going 3-0. And then Tioga, the Bulldogs. Zach Burwell's ball club was putting up points. They had a bad game in the middle there, losing to Kahoma, but they're 2-1 record, very solid. So a good day from those guys as well. But in Division III, I'd say Gunner, really impressed, and again. Ganado over there in Division III. Division II, a lot more balance. There was a lot of teams who jumped off the page on the Division II side, and I think it starts with Stephenville going 3-0. Great day for the Yellow Jackets, and East Texas represented. Kilgore and Chapel Hill both going 3-0 with impressive days as well. And then Frisco, my pre-tournament pick, Frisco Panther Creek, 3-0. A little slow start, close game against Somerset. Got it rolling in the last two with a 3-0 day.
I'm going to riff a little bit about some of the teams you just talked about because one of the first stops I made today was out at Frisco Panther Creek. And Jalen Lott might have had one of the best catches that I've ever seen at one of these 7-on-7s. A tremendous one-hander. Donovan Webb was playing both ways. But I think a sneaky weapon for them is BYU tight end commit Parker Ord. He's a guy who consistently gets open and has the size that smaller defensive backs just can't match up with. And another team, man, you're going to have to help me with the quarterback's name, because I can't remember it off the top. But Kilgore was
Cason Brooks.
Cason Brooks to me was probably the funnest watch. He just has some sort of switch that he can flip on. He understands when he has to dial up the fastball, take a little zip off of a pass, and of course he has two talented receivers in Ja'Kalen Sheffield and LaKeelion Graves to find and throw open to. Oh, yeah. They also flipped over and played defense. Really impressive Kilgore was to me. And I also got to shout out La Vega. I don't know what their record was. It's
3-0.
La Vega, man, like of all the teams out here, Waco La Vega, who was in AT&T Stadium competing for a state championship last year, they passed the eyeball test to me. Their entire secondary seemed to be loaded to me.
Yes.
They got a shot to make it back kind of based on what you've seen.
Absolutely. Region 3 is going to be really tough in 4A Division 2, but I think La Vega, the playoff run they had last year, obviously Jabari Thornton, the Oklahoma State committed receiver, Courtney Park, quarterback, but they're getting off the bus, good-looking 7-on-7 team. Another team I want to shout out had a great day, Benbrook, the Bobcats. Put up a 50-burger in a 30-minute 7-on-7 game. They go 3-0 and dominate in their pool. They're kind of one of those sleeper teams to keep an eye on. I would say if you're looking kind of big picture, the game of the day that I saw was Paris and Cuero. 37-36. Paris scores late to win the game. Markeldrick Finch, a.k.a. Red Finch, had 3 touchdowns and the game-winning interception for the Paris Wildcats. That was a fun back-and-forth game in a really good pool. I think Dumas ended up winning that pool, but Paris finished second with a 2-1 record. So that was the game of the day, along with probably the Kilgore LBJ game, which went, I think, in a double overtime.
Double or triple, I think.
And LaKeelion Graves in that game, I think, had 3 touchdown catches for Kilgore. So a lot of great action that we saw today.
Walker Dietz for Cuero flipping over, playing both sides of the ball was really impressive. The Paris QB, man, he's a dart thrower.
Yeah, he was spinning it. In the Cuero game, the quarterback, I need to get his name. I know he have it on the questionnaire, but Paris, there you go. Tyler Heath had a big
Thanks, Carter Yates.
Carter Yates off camera chiming in there. Had a big day for Paris. He could spin it. And Paris has got some good-looking kids over there. I think they're going to be kind of a sleeper. That they're in the same district of Panther Creek and Salina. So that district 7-4A Division I is going to be a lot of fun to watch this fall.
All right. You've been to all the SQTs. We've been out here at 7-on-7 for the first pool play games. You had your favorites coming in. Is there somebody that's crept up your list that we should really watch out for, or are you pretty set on the picks that you had coming in here? You're still sticking by them?
I'm looking to make sure that my Division III pick went 3-0, and they did not. They went 2-1, Todd Haven. I think Ganado has to be talked about right now in Division III as a team, along with Todd Haven and Gunner. And then Division II, obviously Hampshire Fournette goes undefeated. They're defending champs. Kilgore and Chapel Hill, we mentioned it. Let's talk about Benbrook, though. I think we got to talk about the Benbrook Bobcats and put them in the mix as a team to keep an eye on in single elimination tomorrow.
For Matt Stepp, I'm Greg Powers. Keep it locked on Dave Campbell's TexasFootball.com for all your 7-on-7 needs and, of course, everything you need to stay in tune with Texas high school football.